Alrighty, we are back. Round 2 going to be getting started in just a momento. Yep, they're letting them know about judges and the draws, because I can't remember how you report ties in the stars, but we have it ready to rock. So that is round 2, and we are getting into the start. So on the left, we do have Balfi. Some of y'all will recognize him from some of the fanboy YouTube ones. And we do have Melody Dickens on the right. So this one should be a fun one. We'll know what they have based on the flip. Is that Jellymon? Okay. So she's going to be bringing in Jellymon, and Balfi is going to be on Fenry. They did high roll for it, so I'm assuming that means, based on just the egg flip, it means that Melody's going to be going first. And I think she has a rookie. Yeah, you can see the winners promo Jellymon. If you have a Kyoshiro, draw 1. So that's going to be live pretty much as soon as we see a tamer. But for now, instead, going to be getting the BT15 ult. When you play a tamer, gain 1. It's either gain 1 memory or draw 1. Let's go, we'll go looking for it, and I'm pretty sure I have it saved. Yeah, this one a fun one. Blue into purple historically is kind of rough. Fenry, though, an awkward one because it doesn't play on board all that much. You can see already one of text there. The Cerberus thinking about it, but is going to have to just bin it off and is going to take the Hell-Lugamon just so he can answer a body if he needs to. Amphimon now is a little bit stickier than some other blue decks. Having evade on as a keyword, as well as the Amphimon special protection where you can pitch, it's either pitch 3 or return 3. Balfi going to play for 7 to get the pop, which is going to get the draw 2, and then would add a Luga back from trash. Oh yeah, has to pitch 1 to get the delete, so we're going to put the Black Gato in, and that is going to be a 6-cost passover. There's no source under that. Balfi, there was no source under the Hell Lugar, so you don't get the analog. It keeps picking up the sound in the hall. Yeah, it's a problem. Like, I wanted to use one of the broadcast headsets, but I didn't have it on time. What I'm going to try and do is just be yapping the whole time, because when I'm yapping, then you probably won't be hearing as much of the hall. We tried setting up a noise gate and just basically eating the mic, so that way it's picking up. So hopefully you'll get less of that for the rest of the stream. We are relatively close to the top tables. But Kyoshiro played down. Unfortunately, she didn't get to play it off of the level 4, which is why we had to commit the Searcher, but still, we'll get a little bit of value. And you know that Fenry is kind of the sort of deck that plays on board. Okay, it's just a swing in, check 1, is gonna hit. Wow, jamming Kyoshiro? I thought a lot of people were cutting that card. So now a very expensive analog youth is going to get an AG binned off. And then we're going to pick up the Soul Lugar, because we do have already a Lugar in trash. And this one, I mean, the Lugar probably is getting swung over. I'd be shocked if we didn't see it. I mean, because the promo Jellymon is just nat 3k for some reason, so should have a pretty comfy... Should have a pretty comfy clear, especially when you go into a Tesla. You'll get the draw for going for board control. Okay, so we are going to be tapping it to give jamming. Going to tap the Kyoshiro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she is going to go to 7. Then going to draw 1 off the promo Kyoshiro, and then that is going to be jamming at security. The third analog youth sends 2 options to the trash, and a Lugar picked up. So it does reveal that we are on ADP. I'm kind of surprised that we had that one go into... Oh, it's because it has to be a Jellymon in source in order to give it jamming, so it's not like she would have been able to... With the memory that she had, she wouldn't have been able to just go for the play. I wouldn't hate a... Yeah, Startling Thunder here. Plays it for 4, passes over 3. Because she has a Jellymon, she's going to be able to bounce the level 4 or lower as well as a Tame into Hand. But, I mean, considering you just got an Analog Youth for free, you probably don't hate that much. Like, the chance to search for more stuff whilst you're kind of bricked ain't that bad. Tyranno, yeah, that makes sense. Now the question is if that Tyrannos is only 4, because if it is only 4, then like it's a bit awkward. Otherwise, passing over 3 is exactly memory efficient. Startling Thunder, a fun one. I'm not sure how many people have actually seen these cards before, but yeah, the most recent interaction, Startling Thunder versus Analog Youth. Ooh. Yeah, I'm always a big fan of Jellymon. Fans of the channel know Jelly Force was definitely something that I was trying to make work for a long time. I love Promo Kyoshiro, but I think in modern Jellymon, he doesn't see as much use anymore. Tends to get cut because why do you need jamming if you have just straight up battle protection versus blocking, as well as like you can just make it so I will not be deleted, and at that point you can cut the jamming Kyoshiro. But I guess for early aggression like this, if you're struggling to find your Thetismon, this becomes really awkward. The fact that these are both evade Jellymons is pretty sick. I think if she swings in here, uses the Puyoyomon effect to trash back under the number. Okay, it looks like we're gonna use the jamming and we're just gonna get the draw. She's not gonna choose to pitch. But that is a jamming check-in. I think you swing the other Jellymon here, not the evade one. I mean, it has jamming, but it is gonna get blocked. Yep. Everyone forgets Tyranno's a blocker. And it's stuff like that is why the like jamming one doesn't get seen too much. Instead, you tend to see the battle protection, like Amphi top end, to try and basically give everything super jamming. If you were going to swing one, instead of going for the jamming check, I think I would have preferred to see the Searcher Jellymon go in. And then you go for another one. You do still have BB Thunder, so you could, once again, drop the Lightning. I already have a Kyoshiro, so it would really just be going over a Jellymon here just to try and get some more card draw, because it definitely feels like we're missing the Thetismon. Chat, do you all say Thetis or Thetismon? We're just double checking to see what the cards are here, because, yeah, she's instead just going to opt to pass the low amount of memory, which I don't hate. Ooh, out we push. Start of main. Lugamon, load an AG Naganuma from trash. That's going to gain us Uno Memoir. And now, do we have the full line? We're on 3. Diaboromon memory counter. My man's is waiting. Excited. But hopefully BT15 is going to be on time for Europe. We've heard rumblings that ooh, we've heard rumblings that it's not ideal, but we'll make it work. BT15. Hopefully this is the last BT15 regional that we have. So are we going to try and go for full combo here, or are we going to try and... I think what I would like to see is if he did swing, use the pitch to go into Hellugar, then the Hellugar, you could go for 2. But I also don't hate this either. You go for Hellugar here, on delete, draw 2, and then add a Lugar back from trash. And then he's gonna get to pop Oh, I guess he's going to pitch 2 first. Sets up a second AG. Oh, popping that one? I thought for sure. Ooh, putting the AG back out. And then get the rehatch thanks to the analog youth, because we do have a source this time. Going to put the Lugar in the back. Kind of curious. I'm assuming we have full line hit. Whoa, Protoform. Into the Soul Lugar. Gets to do it for 1 cost less. Because all of the Lugar line are native X antibody. So you don't have to be going into just our X antibody Digimon. It's just straight up, yeah, all of these dudes are X antibodies. So Soul Lugar can indeed get to play out a card here. I would actually like to see the Uva, because Uva is going to be making it so the Thetismon player, or the Amphi is going to have fewer cards to make use of, because Jellymon is a deck that makes use of its trash. Smart play there. I'm assuming we're going to see the Black Gato to finish things off. But can the AG go back in? Is Mindling once per turn? Okay, we're going to pitch the Fenry, gain 1, and then we're going to play out 1. So I think, yeah, we're just going to get 1. It's going to go over to 2, and then Fenry is going to play out just the Black Gato. Is it just 1? Double check. Is it just 1 we're missing? What is the requirements for this one? Fenry's always one that I'm never fully sure on everything that we've got. Woo. And Fenry is not one I have saved. I'll get looking for it. But I think both of them going through the cards, so I'm assuming I'm just missing the target for it. It looks like we're going for... Yeah, we are going for the full line. We are going to get the pop. Kyosho popping out of security is huge, because it's going to give her an extra draw, but the Black Gato is going to come through. So I thought you needed Mind Link. You need, yeah, I think you need Mind Link to play the full 3. It's one of those ones where if you're unsure about it, you definitely do need to call a judge as an opponent. We're going to be shuffling up for game 1. I know this is a recent switch on Balfi's side from a different deck to Fenry, so that's probably just a line of play that's something that definitely needs cleaning up. It does take 2 to misplay though. 3 if there's a judge handy. But that is gonna be game 1. One Piece going into their next round. They're on round 3 now. Whereas we still got a healthy 31 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time for Melody to make her way back into this one. I think she was just missing the 5. I think that's what the problem was, because we saw the board get swarmed. Oh, I didn't even think about the alliance. Is AG's Mind Link once per turn? Oh, it's a main as well. It should have just gone straight back in. Okay, so yeah, it should have just gone straight back in and it would have been legal. If it was like a once per turn thing, then it was super scuffed. That legitimately might be he forgot that he hadn't put it back in. So at the very least, it wasn't the craziest misplay of all time. Just simply got to remember to put preserve your game state correctly. I'll bring up the AG now, actually, for anyone else that's seeing these cards for the first time as round 2 gets started. Because there are a lot of new players as well. Not everyone has seen all of the BT15 cards. Not everyone has seen all of the older cards, especially if you're new. But, yep, the Mind Link Tamers. Non-once per turn Mind Link. Can put it under a card where it matches the tags, and then it gives the inherits. And then end of all turns, you can play them back out from the source. And neither of those are once per turn, so in a situation like that, you could just put the Mind Link Tamer back in as many times as you need. Misplays do happen, especially on camera. I feel like, especially the early rounds, being put under the lights always makes people a little bit more prone to messing things up. Kyosh. We'll even take a look at the RBO1 Kyoshiro as well, because that boy also got some use. He's an interesting one as well. Looks like we've got very early line from Balfi this time. Or he's just climbing to try and get some cycle. Either way. Okay, we are going to swing. This new Luga does have the when attacking. Gonna get the pitch. And there's the +4. And then not using the Veemon to go into the Cerberus X. I guess doesn't want to pass turn. Or just had faith that it would live because he is +4. And we're going to go for very expensive Analog Youth. Just in case the stat gets answered. Ooh, take the Chimera now. Lets the Luga get pitched. And it means if AG... It means if a Hell Lugar gets dropped at any point, you're getting your rookie back. Evade Jellymon here, so gonna be a little bit more difficult to pop this one. Now, where did she go from here? Because at 7 or fewer, you can still get the draw. Oh, Bibi Thunder, I don't hate that. Bounce a 4 back to hand and the AG Tamer. That's a great tempo swing. It is 4 costs, so like obviously when you're bouncing memory tamers, it's a little bit unfortunate to, I guess, give them the chance to play it straight back, especially if they have like an on-play tamer. But in situations like that, where you're bouncing a 3-cost tamer that gives memory, you're actually getting a huge tempo swing. And it has Jellymon in text, which means it does count towards the Jellymon cards. So, gonna leave the Startling Thunder there and gonna just drop the Gato Uber for 5, passing one more than just an open pass would. And to be fair, getting rid of a card that could be used for battle protection is pretty clean. I don't hate that. Lugar players should be on Gato Uber. If you're on Lugar and you're not on Gato Uber, I don't know why you're on Lugar to begin with. Like, the card is very underrepresented at, not even, like, at top level. It's just underrepresented by people that are simply not woke to it. The card, high key carries. Full memory to play with, and free cost into the Tesla is not bad at all. And there comes the DP marker. Going to be getting that out from, I believe it's from the Puyoyo is pitched to draw 1, and now we're back under 7, so we are going to get the draw, and then we're going to get the draw from the Teslas when swinging. We do not have yamming though, so that is going to be a 9k body that crashes in. Unless I'm stupid? Which, is that the right Tesla? When attacking. Ah, can't be deleted by battle. Okay. Who needs jamming when you can simply just not be deleted in battle? It's another reason why I feel like we don't see too much of the promo Kyoshiro anymore, because these cards can just straight up go nah. So yeah, that's the Tesla Digimon. When attacking by trashing one blue card in your hand, this Digimon can't be deleted in battle for the turn. It's only for the turn, so it does mean that he can swing back over on the crackback. But, I mean, it's a blue deck, so you could theoretically get Zudo aced, or we could just drop BB Thunder for the third one. I love this card. It feels like the Jellymon players do like run multiple of them. I know I was on like 4 when I was playing this deck, and even other players, like if they're building like a much more like low to the ground blue good stuff, they still do rock this every so often. It's very funny to bounce 2 cards to hand. Gonna load the AG from hand rather than trash this time, which does feel bad, but I mean, it is what it is. I think it would have been, I think obviously if the AG was still on field, then we'd be looking at start of main gain 1 and then load 1 gain 1, which would have pushed a 4, which would have been nice. Are we missing? No, okay, we do have the 4, so we could, by evolving here, by evolving into the Lugamon that is red, it does mean that you can now swing over the Tesla, because we're going to be +2 with the pitch, and even if you get Zudo'd here, ooh, no, because you're at 7. You're going to have to use the Baomon in order to get into Sol Lugar. Yeah, if we go into the Solmon for the Baomon, then we're actually okay. Because then even if you crash with Zudo, you're +2, so you'll print the memory back. So it kind of forces them off of... yeah, it kind of forces them off of it. So we are going to commit to going sideways. We're going to attempt to swing. And then... are we going to use any when attacking? So we're going to gain the +2. So now you would crash. I mean, we're not even seeing the Zudo here. So going to see just an AG pitch to get the draw 1. So I guess we weren't trying to go for combat step evolve into Sol Lugar, which is interesting. We've got no end of turn Jogress or anything like that. The problem is there's going to be a Jellymon pushing up, so you theoretically are in range of getting BB Thundered here. And end of turn we're going to play out, and then... does Lugar not give you a memory back? It does, but memory setter, so it doesn't matter. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. Because... I mean, to be fair, she has used 2, so... if she had the third one, then maybe... maybe he's cooked. Ooh, we're going to use the training and then use Thetismon main effect to load the Tesla underneath to go into Thetis for a cost of 3, which is going to be obviously reduced by the training to go down to 1. Great use of the timings there for, what was Thetismon? BT15 Thetismon? Yeah, BT13 Thetismon with the warp there, and then Thetis is going to turn into Amphi, so we finally are going to actually see the Amphimon do what it needs to do. And this Amphimon is kind of nice, I'm not going to lie. The RB1 one goes dummy. When Digivolving, when attacking, you may trash up to 2 cards in your hand. For each one, you may trash 1 card under your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then you may return 1 opponent's Digimon with no sources to the bottom of the deck. So we're going to trash out the Lugar, spin the Lugar, and we are going to gain 1 because the inherit of the... I think it's the Jellymon somewhere in there. Or the Tesla. The Tesla had the when a card the card is trashed from your hand, you can gain 1 memory. Also, all turns when one of your Digimon will be deleted by returning 3 cards with Jellymon, you can prevent it from getting deleted. So you can't even drop a Hell Lugar in response here. You'd have to set up Hell Lugar and then a second one for like the double pop, and that's how you would clear it. But you also could try and go for swing battle protection. Very expensive analog youth here, but there we see the Hellugar, we see an analog, and we see a Tyranno. Can use the Thetis hand at training. So let's take a look-see back at the Thetis. I was under the impression you could. But let's take a look. If you have Kirishiro, by placing from your hand as one of your thing, that Digimon digivolves into this card for a cost of 3, ignoring Digivolution cards. Interesting. Well, no, I think it makes sense because it's the training makes your Jellymon evolve, and then during the evolution, when you pick your target, you could then pick Thetis to then change the evolution target from Jellymon from Tesla to Thetis is how I read that. But that'll be something that we'll be able to... That might actually be like a fun thing to do. We were planning on getting some interviews done later. What we might do is we might ask a judge just some like ruling questions that like people have had on stream. I'm not super sure, but I know stuff like Melga, where you're going from Gabumon into the secret rare Melga, you can use trainings to turn that from whatever its cost is. You can reduce the cost of that with the trainings. So it might just depend on the wording. Because this one says like buy this, do that. Whereas I'm not sure if the secret Melgas say when one of your or like this Digimon can evolve or something like that. Either way. Ooh, Ice Wall for 1. And now how low can you pass him? Because the problem is that Ice Wall didn't choke. So now you have to find a way that passes 2 or less. Melga used the latter phrasing. Right. So it's possible that that doesn't work, which would be very unfortunate. This Ice Wall might have actually saved her. By going for the restand, I think she saved herself. I think she saved herself from getting hit by a double pop. But as long as Battlefield doesn't crazy overextend with the attack, then you could go for the swing double. You could go for the swing, try and get the pop, force the protection out, and then you use the Hellugar to clear. It costs 7. Yeah, 2 cost Evo here makes the most sense. Alright. Wait, so is it? Where's the +2 coming from? Are we starting our main phase? He hasn't even drawn yet. He hasn't drawn yet. Turn's a little bit funky in terms of order, but yeah, yeah, we are raising. I don't think there was any doubt that he was going to raise. Like, why would you stay in the back here with swing unsuspend, Tesla, Blitz Omni? So we're going to gain the 1 off of the AG. We've already gained the 2 off of the AGs in play. And now we have 2 analog youths. So this is very doable. This is very doable. He has to be, as they say, nice with it. I mean, he has to be real nice with it because you've got to account for whenever you're swinging that you are going to spend the 2 memory. And that is really important. No trainings or anything like that. Either way, resolvable game state. Alright, so we're gonna get the +2. We've seen that Lugar so much. Like, I don't know if that's like just every Lugar player is on 4 of 4 of, but it feels like we're just not seeing the other one ever. So we're always the 2 color. We're gonna go into Protoform. So Protoform declared. Probably gonna go into Soul Lugar for 2. Okay. And now that goes under. Is this gonna be what helps him keep turn here? Get to play out a get to play out the Tyranno. Oh, I don't have Soul Lugar. I don't have any of these new cards saved. Do we have... Okay, we are going to get... Oh. Oh yeah, because you can do when attacking pitch, of course, to gain the extra memory. So we're going to lose 2, which will pass over to 1. We're going to lose 2, which will pass over to 1. It's okay though, because even after we get scammed by Ice Wall, he's going to gain back the memory off of the red Lugamon. So it's actually not that bad for him. I still really like the I still really like the the line of play that she went for with the Ice Wall and then low pass 2. And there it is. We're gonna get those filter through that trash. Ah yes, because we do have the AG, you can play out a 4 instead. Right. What is the line of play here? Alright, so we do have the Lugamon. Oh right, yeah, because it was the Soul Explosion. So that baited out 1 set of protection. So now this means if we swing, we lose 2. We evolve into Fenry. We gain 1 by when attacking. So he's going to go to 2, lose 2. Evolve for 4. End of attack, gain 1. Unsuspend swing pop. Is the line. Do we have Lugamon? If we don't have Fenry, I did all that maths for nothing. Yeah, okay, so we are committing to the swing. Oh my gosh, we don't have it. Oh my gosh, we don't have it. Trash 1, gain 1, and then we're going 10k? Going 10, just 10k at security. We do have Fenry. We had Fenry. What? Oh my gosh, Malfi. What? What was that? What were we doing? Oh. What? I mean, he's up a game, but this is swing unsuspend, swing blitz omni. Although it doesn't look like Melody has it. I'm so confused. He threw from orbit. Well, I think he's been playing this deck for a week, to be fair. He's been building it, testing it. That is definitely we're VOD reviewing this. I'd say at the hotel, but we're all from Manchester, so we did not need a hotel to get here. It's getting a stern talking to on the car ride home. What was Blood doing? It'd be like that. It'd be like that. If your opponent sets you a layup, now it's your turn to capitalize. So this is Melody in the driver's seat. We're gonna pitch 3. Or spin 3 from trash to get the unsuspend. Swing again. Hits the Fenry. Are you big enough? I'm assuming we're big enough. I think she pitched something. Swing here to get the last check. You have it, right? Like, you do have it, right? Also, did she not use... Oh, I don't think she had the number of cards in trash. Well, I mean, there's your Fenrys. We have another one, though, so I'm so shocked. Into Thetis. What does this one do? Do you unsuspend? You like a magical... Okay, we just unsuspended, so I'm assuming this Thetis does something heinous. On play when digivolving by trashing to unsuspend one of your Digimon and one of your Kyoshiro. What? For 3 cost it doesn't. What's all that? That's a good card. Okay, so we threw from orbit here. We did actually not need to go into a game 3. Yeah, gains blocker as well, just in case. That's crazy. Alright, well, I mean, congrats to Melody for taking game 2. She's going to be taking us into the final round now with 10 minutes on the clock. I mean, both these decks are decks I think that can... both these decks are decks that can end a game in 10 minutes. The question is, can both these players do it? I know Valve is someone that does think a lot about his turns. And apparently all for naught in game 2. But still, that was a nice back and forth. I mean, the startling thunders went crazy. Those delayed the kill turns so much. I mean, yeah, the fact that there was no mulligan on that either is a, hey, we have 10 minutes and I need to speed it up, or it's a the god hand. I see 2 analog youths. All right, gonna hatch. Go into Luga for 0. Do we just play an AG and analog youth here, or do you go for double analog? We're gonna play AG and then we're gonna play analog. Yeah, I don't hate that. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess you're taking your Lugamon and you're sending the other. You're getting set up for your Hell Luga later. Evade Jellymon. Yeah, just 10 minutes left to go. This one's gone the full distance. Do have Judge James nearby. I actually might see if I can summon him. No, he's doing his job. He's checking top tables. Ooh, okay. We have my favorite setup. Jamming Kyoshiro plus the end of attack pitch to unsuspend. Gonna add a protoform to hand off the first check. So jamming didn't matter. Omega Law. Now which 2 cards get pitched? Gonna pitch 2 to get the unsuspend, and then we're just gonna crash it back in. ADP. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh my goodness gracious me. Nice jamming Omega Law. Now, surely this isn't push out of raising an OTK. James, with Thetismon, the one that lets you load Tesla under a jelly to then evolve into it, can you training that? Because we had a question about it, and we had a question in chat about it, we weren't sure. BT15. Alright, well we're gonna get that unsuspended block of Thetis again. Although it doesn't have the protection, so it is still liable to getting... Balfi, please raise first. Say again. Chat, did she draw? I'll let you know. I don't think so. How many cards in hand is it? I think you need to draw 1. I think it's draw 1. Yeah, that's what we thought, because I think the wording is different to Melga. Right. Alright, good to know. Okay, so we're going to pitch off the Black Gato, swinging its security with not a whole lot. I'm not sure why we didn't turn into it. It does have the blocker. Not choosing to use the Balmon. I think he's just going to drop a Hellugar and shoot this. Oh yeah. Surely she blocks this, right? Just to stop the chip. I mean, there's no evade, so it's just going to die. Yeah. It's going to die, just letting the trade go out. Not sure why. Alright. So we do have confirmation. Oh, Uber to bottom deck something? Are we just combusting here? Is that what's happening? I'm shocked that we didn't just drop the Hellugar. Like, yes, 7 is a lot, but she was on an off turn if you blew that up. And now if you blow it up, it's too late. She is at 6. So, because she's under... Well, there's the Hellugar. It has jamming, though, because we do have Digimon in sources. So it's still doable. It's really, does she see Amphi? But the problem is it's a 4, and you're now going to lose your analog youth. And if you blow it up, you are asking for a lot. Yeah, I think you just... Yeah, there's no reason to not just BB Thunder here. This is definitely an interesting line of play. I'm not really sure why we didn't go into the 4. We're going to set up the Luga and try and set up for, like, big tax. Surely it's just Hell Luga here. I mean, you don't have an unsuspend or anything yet, but the problem is if you pass too much memory without getting rid of this, like if you analog youth something and then pass over 3, you're asking to just get caught by ripping an Evo off the top. Alright, we're committing to the analog youth. Alright, so I mean there's a Hell, there's a Tyranno. We're taking a second Hell and trashing the other 2. Alright, there it is. Dropping for 7, pops it. Yeah, pops it is going to get the draw. Yeah, so he's just double checking to make sure there's no things. We're going to get the draw. Going to add a Lugar. And has to trash 2 to get the pop? Gato Uber and the Lugar again. Yeah, because it's drop a 3 and then 4 and 5. Looks like we're just going to trash all 6. I think he's committing to the final turn. He's committing to making it out alive at the end of the next one. But, I mean, I guess we'll see. I still want to say there's less mess plays than first round of the Salford Regional. That was shambles. But it's still early rounds. Players nervous on camera. This is still, I mean, it's technically a high table, but it's, again, early rounds. So it's, are you XO right now? Did you win your round 1? Congratulations. So yes, we did confirm the Thetis training interaction, and you were correct. Because it itself is like a trigger versus Melga, where it's just an alt cost, they cannot stack. So that'll be something to just let both of them, I'll let both of them know. That is just how it works. Looks like it might have been worth it. I'm not gonna lie. If she doesn't have another BB Thunder to just, I don't know, bounce the analog youth or something, then we might be in danger here. You need, I think the Ice Wall, yeah. Ice Wall for 1 again is gonna have to put Balfi on. You better be nice with it. But the problem is, again, I don't think she has a cheap pass here. So you're putting Ice Wall down and just hoping. Gonna swing in, gonna get the draw, and we're gonna hit a, no, it's not draw, it's Kyoshiro. I just keep thinking it's the draw power one. But, I mean, jamming Kyoshiro has put in work. And we are going to go into the 3-cost Thetis, which is going to get the trash 1 unsuspend. It seems like this whole time we were just unable to find the Amphi. until just now. Pitch 2, unsuspend. We now have blocker and plus 1k. So now, 28 seconds on the clock until we start overtime, and we are going to ask a very simple question. Alrighty then, chat room. Is it gonna kill? I also realized that this is game 3, Lamau, and this screen did not say it. The rules on how long it takes to play a hand aren't particularly clear. It's technically, you could call a judge. This is turn 0. You have 3 rounds or 5 minutes, or 3 turns or 5 minutes, whichever happens first. End of turn, out comes the AG, gonna gain back 2. Wait. It's not end of turn deletion. It's not end of turn deletion. Did we not have a Salford? I mean, this still costs, right? Very messy final game. I mean, overtime has just started. And we are going to pass over 2. Does he live? I think he lives this. Yeah, so they're just confirming the memory on it, but a bit late on the memory confirmation. So that was turn 0. This is turn 1. So we have turns 2 and 3, and then the game will end in a draw. I didn't see a draw when Digivolved to Hell, did you? I saw so many cards move quite quickly and was kind of distracted by the fact that we were triggering an on-deletion to begin with that I think we did miss a card. But very, very messy game. Yeah, no, I'm also trying to keep up, but the mistakes make it hard to keep up. This is a VOD review game. This is the most VOD review game of all time. Both of them. Yeah. Yeah. I guess we're going for the final check. It's turn 1. And now, how low can we make the number? Please evolve in the back and pass him 1. Evolve in the back and pass him 1. And maybe the game is winnable. That is turn 1. We are now on turn 2. So this is Balfi's final turn. And then turn 3, if Melody doesn't just kill, then we are good. Yeah. So the turns counter is something that we actually have spoken about. The DP markers that you've seen here, the guy that's made them has been working on a turn 0, 1, 2, 3 counter, which I think is hilarious. Just actually fantastic. A fantastic way of doing things. All right. And pitch off the Soul Lugar with the, when attacking, gonna gain the +2. And we're gonna get the draw because there's an AG there. Then we're gonna use the Baomon. Alright, and then we go into the Soul Lugar. Soul Lugar is going to evolve. We're gonna play out a level 3 or 4 because we have the AG in source. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a Terriermon. Terriermon on play. We're gonna gain back the 1 from the Lugar, and then on play 1, 2, 3. There's our Fenry. Take the Fenry. Bottom deck the rest, and then trash 1. Then, because we trash 1, Baomon effect activates again. Baomon goes in for cost, because that card is not once per turn. So that's going to pay the full cost. Pushing over to 5. Then we're going to play 3 cards for realsies this time. 1. Please play the Black Gato. Please play the Black Gato. Uva, sure, why not? And then a Black Gato. Interesting we didn't just go for double Black Gato. I guess he's trying to save the blocker. We're going to Alliance 1, go for comically large at security. comically large unsuspended for 2 checks. Nothing to pop, so he's not going to get one. We're going to gain back 1, and he's going to leave the blocker. He's going to leave the blocker there. AG also gives blocker. So that's Balfi's last turn. And if Melody cannot secure the kill here, this is turn 3 and the final turn. And we'll take it to a draw. And she's got 16 seconds to resolve it. I think we're going to be going to time anyway. Going to go into Thetis. Thetis putting to 1. And I think that's going to be it. Digimon players, that is time on the round. So we will be going to a draw. We're going to let her resolve everything. Is going to get the source strip. It is. It was after time. It was after time. He just called it. It was after time. Yeah, he just called it. Yeah, like 20 seconds out of time. Yeah, that's rough. I'll be like, that actually would have been it. But it was just after time. So we're going to go to a draw. Unless I don't think they got any extensions for stream, so it was literally just after time. Yeah, time on overtime by like 20 seconds. Timer rules are cringe. Time in Digimon is cringe. I hate it. But it's where we are. That sucks. They have to then go talk to a judge about it. But yeah, we'll be back in a moment. I mean, honestly, we should not have even gone to a game 3. This was like a rough one. But yeah, we'll be back in just a mo. And be right back.